Well, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why.
Now the evening is still young, and here I am. I've got 2 bottles of Irish whiskey left to go this evening. Okay, right here I have another Jameson's from the Irish expansion. It is the Black Barrel. Now, from what I understand, this is much more heavily charred than usual. Oh, gold writing on a black background, and it's really small, so I'll try and get this. A tribute to the legacy of charring barrels before filling them. Our coopers called it bringing the wood back to life. Black Barrel features double charred bourbon barrels that deliver unique spiciness, vanilla sweetness, and nutty notes. It is 750 mils. It is bottled at 40% alcohol by volume. And it has a cute little no pregnancy symbol on the back. What else does it say? The Bow Street Distillery. Okay. 40% alcohol by volume, Black Barrel. Charred for a rich, smooth taste. And the same thing in French. Triple distilled naturally. The Bow Street Distillery. Now, it has the same package as the last whiskey I talked about. Packaging. And that was the... Ow. That was the other one. The Crested. So this is also from the same distillery as the Crested, which is not from the same distillery as the most of the Jamesons, I guess. I'm not sure. From what I understand, they have 2 distilleries, and they had one that was mothballed for a long time, and they revived it. And this is the revival of the mothballed distillery. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just enjoy Irish whiskey and the Irish music of bands like Broken Whistle. Young musicians out of Spokane, Washington, if you didn't get it already. Look them up. They might be available on the internet somewhere. And very traditional music. I like it. I love it. I listen to it in my car all the time. Now, that cork is wet because I spilled 2 bottles went down, but nothing was broken. Nothing was damaged. Just a bit of noise was made. And by now, the people who heard it have forgotten all about it. And I was pleasantly primed for this little session by, well, having some 45% grain spirit up to here with tonic water. And that packs a wallet because it's a fair amount of grain whiskey at 45%. Feels good. I'm in that state of mind once again. Somewhere between being sober and being drunk. Don't like being drunk. I think I mentioned that before. It's gross, it's rude, it's loud, it's obnoxious. Let's turn the lights down low. To improve the mood. That's better. I think I'm more photogenic in the dark than in the brightness. Let's see now. There's definitely a wood influence. It's almost like a bourbon. You got that heavy char. There are definite notes of caramel and cherry and vanilla. It's like a definitely ex-bourbon barrel. No two ways about it. And it smells a bit like a bourbon. Notes of cherry, vanilla, caramel. I won't go so far as toffee. Not so much in the way of dark fruits either. Just this is somewhere between a bourbon and an Irish whiskey, at least in the nose. While it has that heavy char, bourbon, vanilla, caramel, and cherry kind of thing going on, it has that triple distilled smoothness, at least on the nose. Which is an interesting variant on the Jameson theme. This is delicious, at least on the nose. Does it taste any different from side to side? No, it's a cumulative effect. I give it both barrels. Yeah. Most pleasant and interesting. I guess this is what would happen if you took, Jameson's and a bourbon like a Jim Beam or something, and you mixed it half and half. This is what you would get on the nose. On the flavor, on the taste, on the palate, it may be a different story. Wait, let me just cleanse the palate because I had some of that crested Jameson's a moment ago. Oh, I poured it about more than half an hour ago and had a dram. So I'm taking my time on this. I'm taking my time and enjoying it. I'm savoring it. Yeah. The ex-bourbon and heavy charring. Give it exactly what I predicted. It's something like mixing regular Jamesons with an entry-level bourbon, or even a Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey, or a Dickel Tennessee whiskey. Evan Williams comes to mind. Not Elijah Craig. That other one. Don't you hate when it's on the tip of your tongue and you can taste it and you can see the bottle, but you don't have the name? There is Evan Williams and there is Ezra Brooks. It's like mixing Evan Williams or Ezra Brooks with Jameson's. It's not a bad thing because it has that charred bourbon aroma with the heavy vanilla and caramel and cherry notes. And it still has some of those things on the palate, but it has the smoothness of the triple distilled Jameson, which is quite an interesting little curiosity. If I was to rate whiskey, I would rate this quite highly. A higher ABV would give it more rough edges to hang on to, but I think the idea is to give you that charred, burnt oak influence, a strong oak influence with the smoothness and subtlety of the triple distillation, so that it goes down just like water. And it's quite nice. And it's at 40%, so it's not too strong. It's just about right. I'm enjoying this very much. And what did it cost? Okay. This was a little more than a crested. It was $49.99 plus tax. So it comes out to $57.49. $57.49 in Canadian. So what does that translate into American? About $15 less. So like it's about $40 American. Maybe $42 American, $43 American. Not bad. Not bad. It's affordable. It's not going to kill you financially to buy a bottle of this. And it's an interesting variation on the theme of Jameson. Jameson produces some nice, easy drinking whiskeys. And you can't really go wrong. Especially if you're starting out as a non-whiskey drinker. It's a good place to begin. And sláinte.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.